rockstar shit going on. It's got twisted. This shit is straight up out of love. I mean, like Craig and I were talking about it earlier. We're going on 21 years together, man. You don't just do that like for some monetary gain type shit. Like it's in our DNA. That me and this dude are separated at birth and are meant to make music together.
Nice.
That's what this is about.
There's no way around it. It is that. I'm like, couldn't be happier with coming. There's always work gigs, there's always tours, there's always all that kind of stuff, but there's only one of these bands. There's only one
thing too, man. As infrequent as it may be, as far as us getting together, we always make time for this. Like, it's no matter what, it's still like top of the priority list. It always has been from day one. I mean, the first band I was ever in was this band, and you know, I can credit a 21-year career to that. And the main reason for that is being blessed with this guy in my band. You know, I mean,
nice.
he taught me day one, man, straight up.
We've been doing it a long time, having fun.
This is the unified part. I gotta wait for Eric for the state part for Notebook.
Schleeper, come on. Let's handle some business.
Get a
Just comes naturally, you know, it's just instinct almost, you know. It was just, it was hard because like Craig demoed a lot of the new stuff out in Vegas, and he just like programmed the drum machine and stuff, expecting everyone to put their flavor on it. They did, like the drums and the guitars are totally different from what he sent, but he was like, here's the idea. And I'm trying to write to it, and it was like I kind of wrote to it. And then the first day we got together to rehearse for the show, they started playing it, and it was like I looked at it totally different, even though it's like the same song structure, but hearing it with the band, with Eric and Mike on it, it was like, all right, I got to throw that out and redo, like rewrite this. Now I know, you know.
Coming up quick. What the fuck, you know, we always wanna put them down. Step on the crack, dance, hand down, you know, all type of all the scouts and Marines, when the game of the future was asking, things gonna change, their lives way small. We gotta put the move out, to the game, get us up, we more. Now when I get you out on the bass, I'm taking on shoot, to the way, ain't this time. Coming up quick, singing new, do what you gotta do what you gotta do to prove what you gotta do. Quick, singing new, do what you gotta do what you gotta do, prove what you gotta do. Coming up quick, singing new, do what you gotta do, prove what you gotta prove what you gotta do. Quick, singing new, do what you gotta do what you gotta do, prove what you gotta do.
We're in like this weird thing to where it was like, all right, there was still the stigma of like Vanilla Ice rapping, so you didn't want to be a white kid like rapping. And then also it was like before the whole new metal thing. You know, so like we came out and it was different, people didn't know how to react to it, and then new metal happened and blew up, and it was like so like kind of oversaturated to where we didn't really fit in that, but you didn't want to get lumped in with it either. Like I don't know, we're just we don't really sound like anyone, you know. But like at first listen, unless you're a fan of the band, people will just like all of a sudden be like, that's Limp Bizkit or something, and we're like the furthest thing from that. But, God, it's been a weird journey for sure, you know. It's been a strange 21 years, but we stuck to our guns and just ourselves. We just love playing together, you know. So I think that's the other thing. We never do this with expectations or like thinking about like, you know, trying to prove something to someone or something like that. We just try to make music we like together and hope people will catch on.
That's what it's about, right?
And, you know, in a weird way, it's taken a lot of years for people to finally get it, you know. So I don't know if that's ahead of its time or if it's just stupid. But anyway, it ended up paying off kind of in the long run. As far as us being content, like, with each other, you know what I mean? Like, not even thinking, we don't think about this like a business or a band. We think about it more like just creative outlet that lets us, I don't know, fulfill some type of hole we must all have. It's like finding like the right puzzle pieces to complete the puzzle, and like Eric and Mike just just solidified it. And it's like, this is what we've been trying to do. And it's also hard to try and be like, you know, some white kids in a funk band in Cleveland, Ohio, and try to find like-minded people that click on that. So in one case, it literally actually took a blood relative. It took family, because it's like pretty scarce to find like people that are trying or thinking like we are, or have the same goals musically as we do. So.
Speaking of records, man, we're about to go in the studio tomorrow and start recording some new Unified Culture shit. For the first time in like 15 years, and the reason we're doing that is because all you motherfuckers in the house tonight made that shit possible, and I fucking thank you for that. This one's called Land of the Lost, and it goes out to all of us with faith. Looking for the beast, going down the hollers under the penny. Ain't no words never heard when you haven't got anything to what they see. And I no guarantees, especially when you're from without a warranty. With meetings, trailers, exploding the gators, along with the conferences, I check on the channels. Welcome to the land, to the lost. Welcome to the land, to the lost.
Kind of the second incarnation of the band, like right when we started early on, he joined up in like, I think it was like 92, and he was in the band from like 92 to like 93, and then we split up for a little bit. He was pursuing other things musically, and also a family. He was getting married and things like that. So Mike was in the band back in like 92, 93. But then since he's been back in, it's
but
probably
he wasn't on the CD.
Not on the No What's Up CD, but we did a full-length record with Mike called Realize. Okay. And we also did a 5 or 6 song demo with Mike too. So we recorded with Mike before and played a lot of shows with him. Okay. And then he probably came back, like, I'd say it was probably around 99 or 2000. He came back and right at the same time we got Eric. So those guys have been in the band for, 12, 13 years. And it's great also to do this because it gives them an opportunity to, like, be on a recording with us. I mean, like I said, Mike has before, but, Eric's been playing some of these songs for 12 years. And, like, even though he's been in the band that long, he had nothing physical to show someone, like, this is my band, even though it was his band with us, for all that time. But he had, like, nothing, like, tangible to give someone and say, hey, this is me in my band. It's like, come see me live. That's the only way you're going to know. But now we've got a record, and it took a while, but it took a while to finally get him on a recording. This recording is flying by, and a lot of that is because of him. Because he knocked out the drums for a whole album in 4 or 5 hours. So
it's just one of his 20 projects he's in right now.
Yeah, well, that's everybody. Everybody in the band is like that, and that's what's great too. That we could all go on and we all work with other people and do other things, but when we get together, it's instant. This instant connection, and it's like effortless,
Craig Martini on the motherfucking bass.
So guys, how's it going, man? How's it going?
Great, almost done.
Done, and pretty happy with what's going on.
Super excited about it. It's like pretty amazing. I can't believe that we got done so fast, actually.
17 years later, you're doing another CD.
Yeah.
Huh?
Yeah.
Sweet.
Took a few minutes.
Does it feel like 17 years?
Nope.
It all about, man? Tell me.
It's a band of brothers that love to get together and play together and share a chemistry that is it's one of those things that it's hard to put into words. Actually, I mean it's something you don't realize even exists till you find it, and then once you do, you can't live without it. So you'll end up doing it 21 years after the fact with a smile on your face and grateful for every opportunity you get to.
Right.
And the new material you're working on, is it similar to the older material, or is it something you guys are just winging?
I think it's pretty close to what we had.
It's similar in the way that we're just being us, like we always have. I think as far as our musical identity, I think we're more aware of ourselves than ever. So in that sense, I think we actually exceeded the past. So that's the goal.
Yeah, absolutely.
have Mike over here. Mike, so what's your flavor to this whole unified thing here?
Wow, yeah, I'd like to fill in the spaces as best I can.
Right? And you feel that the funk is happening, huh?
Oh yeah, I love the funk. I mean, it's just like you have to feel it, and with these guys, it's just instantly you're feeling it.
Right, and I see that live. Do you feel that the live performance of Unified Culture is similar to the studio?
Yeah, I think we captured it this time, actually.
But I think as a funk band, that's what you set out to be, as a live band first and foremost, you know, and because that's where like if you're a functional funk band, that's where the magic happens, is in playing as live as possible. In a lot of studio settings or scenarios, bands really don't play together in the studio. Like they'll do one thing at a time, and these guys pretty much for the most part recorded everything together as if it was a live show, pretty much. So I mean that's. I think from my perspective, looking at these musicians, it just shows you how talented and amazing they are, you know, because a lot of other people just do things one at a time and separate, but they could actually do it all together, just like the stage, and I think they captured it.
Well, for us, it's actually a little bit easier to do it that way, just because that's how we're used to doing it.
We have Eric Matthews here. Say hi to Eric.
Hi there.
So Eric, tell me, what's your experience with this unified stuff?
Oh, magic.
Nice.
I mean, we just get together and we just bust it out and you know.
And you feel from what I hear, you came in, got it done,
Yeah.
and you're happy with the results?
Absolutely.
Sweet.
Absolutely. You know, we don't have a lot of time to work together, so we definitely take advantage of the time of every second that we are together, you know, and we make some chemistry happen, man. I don't know. I was just thinking about the other day. I was like, there's so, you know, playing the show on Saturday. It's just like there's no other four guys I've played with. I've had that chemistry with. It's just
That's huge.
It's so unique.
This one goes out to everybody for coming out tonight, man. This one's called Game Fucking Over.
But
Cleveland's a difficult place for 4 white kids to start a funk band. I mean, in 1991, you know what I
Nice,
mean? So,
nice.
like I said, we just stuck to our guns, and I think people are actually coming around to us. Like, we never really set out to like kind of conform or come around to people's expectations or tastes. We just kind of hoped if we just did our thing that they might come around to our taste, and I think that's happening.
Yeah, but
so what do you want the nation or the world to know about Unified that they don't know about?
I just want them to hear our music. I mean, I think that speaks for itself. That's really our statement, you know. Just put the record on, and you know, hopefully it moves you.
All right, and you?
That sounds good to me. I like it.
All right, guys. Well, appreciate the few words here, man.
Hey, and thanks for everything you guys have
Yeah.
done. Vince or Us, you guys rock. You always shoot great stuff.
Yeah,
with us
Appreciate
live.
that, man.